Hello and good Tuesday morning. Today, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I will not be in front of you in class. The county has requested me to attend the bus driving portion of the bus class on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All hopes is for my third, fourth, and fifth block on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that I will be back for swamp time. If you were not here on Monday, you need to go ahead and label pages 1 through 7. Page 1 is blank, 2 is China vocab, 3 is East Asia map, 4 is China notes, and 5 and 6 are also China notes as well. To be able to, if you were not here on Monday, you also need to grab the guided note pages on the side table to your left or to your right. So, and go ahead and glue those in. The first page goes on page number 4. The second page goes on page number 5. And the third page goes on page number 6. If you were here yesterday, make sure you have the pages numbered, labeled, and titled correctly. Once you are ready to begin, flip to page number 4 in your interactive notebook. We are going to do the first chunk of guided notes today. So today we're going to talk about the geography of China. Now, prior to Christmas break, we began the year in Mesopotamia, what is modern-day Iraq. Mesopotamia sits between the Tigris and the Euphrates River, and the people traveled from Iraq to either Egypt or India. Egypt's lifeline is the Nile River. In India, you have the Himalayan mountains as well as the monsoons, and you have the peninsula of the subcontinent of India. Our next area that we're going to talk about is a border of India called China. China sits north of India, north of the subcontinent of India, north of the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayan mountains sits in Nepal. China is located right in this area. Now, we're going to look at the landscape of China. If you look at the landscape of China, to the east is green, grassy land, mostly because you have the bodies of water that sits right on its border and up into South Korea and North Korea. The farther up you get into China, you have more barren land, more land that is not necessarily good for farming, more desert, more mountain-based, and most of your people are going to live in the southern edge and up in these bodies of water as well, which we're going to talk about today. So, today we're going to begin the guided notes. So, I need everybody to flip to page number 4, and we're going to do the first chunk, little section, the geography section of the guided notes of China. So, a brief history of China and geography. China is larger than the United States. To the east and the south, you've got green area. You've got green grassland, very fertile land. To the north and the west, in the north is very cold, very temperate, not good farmland, not good area for people to really stay. In the south, it's subtropical. Good weather. The only issue, though, is erosion. Now, what erosion is when water pushes up on the dirt and the dirt backs up, and basically you have less beach and less land for beach houses and people to enjoy themselves on. The best example I can give for this is when Hurricane Florence and Hurricane Matthew came, and all that water poured in. And all that water poured into Wilmington and Topsail and Atlantic Beach and the Morehead City. On the beachfront, erosion happened, where the dirt basically pushed up into the dunes, and some of the dirt basically disappeared, and that dirt's no more. It became part of the water. That's kind of the reason why they always say that some of the dirt front and erosion is happening at some of the beaches here in North Carolina. Also in the South, you have floods and droughts happening. They know, like with the monsoon seasons in India, when the floods are going to happen and when the droughts are going to happen, so they are always prepared for it. There are two major important rivers, the Hung Ho, which is also known as the Yellow River. The reason why it's called the Yellow River is because the dirt in the deserts of China and the deserts around Asia get up into the air and flew for thousands of years. The dirt basically settled into the bottom of the Hung Ho River, and it basically turned into this orange-yellow color. It sits in the far northern part of China. In the central part of China, you have the Yangtze River, and most of your people in the barren land of northern China lives around the Yellow River, the Hung Ho, and the Yangtze River. Most of China is enclosed by three major things, three barriers, three borders that protect them from the rest of the world. You have high mountains. The Himalayas to the south is the most famous one. You have the hot deserts, and you have the wide oceans. All three of these would be used as positive effects for China. Transportation, trade, travel, borders, but would also be used to keep China isolated from the rest of the world, would not really open them up to new ideas. So that is going to end our short notes for today. So let's transition to what you're going to do for your assignment. On the right-hand table or the left-hand table, there is a map. It is a map of East Asia. China, Japan, some of the other countries. What I want you to do is I want you to go get a copy of that map and the subnodes you're going to be walking around. I want you to take some glue or some tape and glue or tape it in to page number 3 in your notebook. For the remainder of class today, you are going to go to Google Classroom and you're going to see this sheet. This sheet says East Asia Map Items. At the top are countries. It says label all items. Do not color unless you have time left. Countries. And then at the bottom it says landforms, bodies of water, and important cities. Okay? What I want you to do is you are allowed to write on your map just like you always do. And you can use Google Images. You can use Google Maps. I would prefer you use Google Maps, but if you cannot use Google Maps, if it's just going to bother you that much, and you just can't find them, use Google Images. But if I find out you've used them for multiple things, we're going to have issues. So use Google Maps first, and label the countries where they are, and then put like dots and put dots where these places are, unless you're doing the Changjiang River, which is Yangtze, or the Hunghe River. Do lines for those. If you get done early, add color. Do a different color for each country. Draw your water blue. Don't even worry about where your cities are. For your desert, draw them yellow. Once you are not allowed to work with a partner on this, but you are allowed to listen to music, you are not allowed to move, period. I know I allow some of you to move. You are not allowed to move. If you have any further questions, I I will be back for swamp time. Come see me during swamp time, and I will try and address them. Have a wonderful day, and you will see me in the hall during swamp time, and you will see me again through video tomorrow on Wednesday.